just want to say this. When, like, you're traveling through your chakras and, like, you go up, like, it's super easy to go up. Like, it's super easy to think. It's super easy to get trapped in your mind. Super easy to overthink. Super easy to come up with all these ideas and imaginations and thoughts and all this information. But, like, going back down is what's actually, like, difficult. So, like, a lot of people talk about, like, lower chakras and how, like, everybody's trapped in the lower chakras and blah, 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 blah. Which is true to a certain extent, right? But, like, a lot of people have gotten to the point where they've ascended through the lower chakras, right? So they made it to the upper chakras, past the heart and all of that, right? The hard part is coming back down again, bro. Because then, like, now you're bringing a completely different energy from your higher chakras back down to your lower chakras. And that's what's difficult, because what happens is now your higher self is starting the process of integrating with your lower self, right? But you gotta clear all the distortions and trauma and baggage from your lower self, right? So, like, that is what's difficult, because, like, it's a super fucking powerful energy that you're bringing down. Like, super, super powerful. And, like, people talk about, like, all the spiritual stuff, and, like, people don't understand, like, how powerful this shit really is and what it really does. And, like, the type of energy that is really manifesting when you are messing with certain things and playing with certain things and doing certain things and thinking certain things. So, like, that's the reason for karma. That's the reason for time. That's the reason for Saturn. Because when you bring in, like, energy from beyond the realm back to the realm, there's a certain responsibility and there's a certain, like, integrity that you gotta have with the energy. Because this is where you get tyrants. This is where you get, like, narcissism. This is where you get like, super destructive people and ideas and super volatile situations. Is like, the energy is so high and the chaos is so strong and people aren't balancing it the correct way. And the issue is that, like, people is not even understanding the importance of balance, or even what balance even is. Like, the fact that you don't get away with anything. Nobody does. But it's also not on you to judge what other people, like, how they're balancing their own karma. So, like, sometimes somebody might be going through something terrible, like, awful. You'd be like, damn, what did they do to deserve that? And that's the thing, you don't know what they did in this life or beyond this life. You have no idea. And that's why, like, even, like, pity and empathy, sometimes that shit is dangerous and it's a weapon. Because, like, somebody will try to, like, manipulate your lower chakras, bro, like, through certain emotions and shit. And it's like, that's why you gotta understand, you gotta look at both sides of things. You gotta look at all sides of things. But, like, I'm saying this to say, like, everyone is granted certain powers and abilities in this life. And the process of this life is you learning how to, like, wield your own powers and abilities properly. And a lot of the bad stuff that you go through is like you having to understand how terrible it could get if you wield the energy the wrong way. And a lot of the good stuff you go through is you understanding how good things could get if you use the energy the right way. But because of the like polarity of this life and the fact that there has to be balance in order to like maintain order and harmony through this whole ecosystem and shit, like you have to experience both. And that's where people like fall off, because a lot of times people like neglect the weight of their actions. Like they're not fully present in their reality, so they don't understand like that every single decision impacts you now, in the past, and in the future at the same time. So like there's always balances and there's always balancers, and there's like forces that pay attention to what's going on and keep scores and keep tallies. So like there's reasons why I would be careful when I say this, right? It's reasons why certain people can say certain things and do certain things and it's not get away with it, but it's just nothing happened to them, because certain people are operating on a level that is like beyond like this realm, but they understand the rules of this realm. So like you probably think they're crazy, and like you don't understand that like what I'm gonna say is like Jupiter's in Gemini right now, and it just went direct. So like that Gemini energy is heavy, right? And that Gemini energy is expanding, and Gemini is duality. But at the same time, Gemini is also thinking, is logic. And a lot of people don't understand. Gemini is associated with like angels and like divine messengers and things like that. So like if you were to see an angel, would you understand that you were looking at an angel, and how would that angel act? And if an angel were to see you, like how would you act to let that angel know that you're one of the righteous people? And that's why like they say sometimes that a divine being might appear as a old lady, or like even an animal, or like a fool, or like an old man, and like they're watching or they're like observing how you treat them, and based upon how you treat them is like the tally or the score of like where your life goes. Because like it is checkpoints in this game, and it is doorways, and it is entrances, and it is doorkeepers and stuff like that. So it's like you gotta be lucid out here. But yeah, that was just on my mind, bro. Cause like when you start tapping into yourself for real, all the like the worldly stuff, it just becomes dumb to you. Cause you like, not only do you see through it and you see the pattern, but it's also like you see how people's energy is getting harvested, and you see how like forces are capitalizing off the fact that people don't know who they are. So they create like events and distractions and all type of stuff to pull your energy into it. And then now like your energy, your chakras, your spiritual life force, energy, chi, whatever you want to call it, is being harvested. And like you don't never have enough energy to heal. You don't ever have enough energy to like progress. You don't never have enough energy to grow, because like you are always feeding your energy to something else before you feed it to yourself. So like it's not even necessarily about paying attention to yourself, because yourself is everything is connected to you. It's more about like being present, so that you understand exactly what the moment is telling you, And the moment is telling you how to move if you're paying attention. That's it.